Hey, what's up, everybody? Danny Greco, Keller Williams here. And just like that, we're at the end of 2019. Another year has come and gone, and we're looking ahead to 2020 and beyond. But right now, I want to offer what I think and I predict the Seattle housing market in 2020 is going to look like. Now, keep in mind, this is just me, an individual agent, and my thoughts and what my prediction for 2020 is going to look like. And I think a lot of what 2020 is going to look like is a little of what we saw this year. 2019 was a year that saw ups and downs and seasonalities with markets, and really what we describe as kind of being normal. I know that's been abnormal over the past number of years because ever since 2012, things were just going up and up and up and up, month after month, year over year, with no end in sight. And then finally, around the middle of the year in 2018, things kind of shifted course a little bit. So what we saw in 2019 was a pretty aggressive, fast-moving first third of the month. So January through April or so, we saw more buyer activity, less homes on the market, resulting in maybe some bidding wars and that sort of thing. And then things cooling down for the summer, and then being a little mixed bag in the last half of the year or so. And I think that's really kind of indicative of what the 2020 market is going to be too. Now, if you've seen any of my past videos, you'll remember that in those videos I've talked that we're, from a year-over-year standpoint, under the levels of inventory we were from a year before. So we're looking at less homes on the market. And I think that come January, that's going to compound in more multiple offers, because there's buyers always just kickstart things in the new year, and that's always when inventory is at its lowest. So I think we're going to see a more aggressive early buying season. So I think that's going to tilt things back towards sellers a little bit more favorably. But I think, like we see most every year, just about every year, come May, June, things will start to really kind of even out a little bit. We'll probably have another lull in the summer months, July, August, like we always do. But I think a lot of that's going to be sparked by the interest rates remaining pretty low. They're really low right now. Predictions look like they're going to remain low, maybe even lower next year. And keep in mind, it's an election year in 2020, so it serves the interests of those currently in office to keep things with the economy pretty mellow and not really dramatic. So they want to have that platform when they stand up for re-election. So I think we're going to see things pretty consistent with what we see now in terms of the financials in the market. But I think that's going to induce more people into buying, and that should lead to a probably more valuable 2020 than what we saw in 2019. So I'm expecting the market in general to continue to rebound, to continue to appreciate, but at more modest levels. Nothing like 8, 10, 12% we were seeing in 2012 to 2019. So again, and housing is all regional, hyper local, right? We live in Seattle. It is a phenomenal city for driving new commercial activity here, new people here, and our key statistic is supply and demand. And we are still out of supply. We have nowhere to put any of these new people moving to our city. So that is going to remain an issue, perhaps in perpetuity, but at least for a very long time. So until something really throws the supply-demand dynamic out of whack, you can expect that things should, on general, over time, continue to appreciate. So we'll continue to have our ups and downs, but the longer you stretch that period out, it's gonna all point towards an upward trajectory. So 2020, I expect to be a little healthier, stronger, but we'll see. Let me know.